So the best way to clean the evaporator coil is to take that front or side panel off. But in my case, I had sealed the whole thing off with that tape and some putty. So for me, I didn't feel like cutting that apart. So instead what I did was I took off the return plenum before it goes into the air handler. In my particular case, since I've opened this before, this works doing it this way if you have a slanted evaporator coil. When you look in there, you'll see the idea is the air has to flow towards what you're going to be cleaning. So if you have an A coil, you have to clean the inside part of it, not the outside part. My evaporator coil looks like that. I don't have an A coil. So the direction of the airflow is directly into that, which means that's the dirty side. That's right after the filter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this new Calgon evaporator cleaner, and I'm going to spray it on. I made enough room in there. So you shake this stuff up, and then you spray it on. And it's supposed to be self-rinsing. In other words, you don't need to rinse it off. You just leave it, and the condensation from the coil actually carries the dirt away into the pan underneath. Okay, so after letting it sit for a couple of minutes, what you're looking at there is my outdoor battery-powered sprayer. And I just put a little nozzle on it. It's just regular tap water. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it off. And I'm just going to let the excess water drain into the drain pan. So that's what I'm doing. Move the light so you can get a little better view. But if you don't have something like this, you can absolutely just leave. It's no rinse cleaner. So you can just leave it there and run the unit, and the condensation will carry away the dirt. But I thought it would be a better job if I just cleaned it with some water. So that's what I'm doing. So here I'm just going to give it a second spray. After I rinse it off, I'm just going to give it a second spray of the cleaner. Right there. Trying to get it every place, and I'm just going to rinse it off again. Again, it doesn't matter if you get this clean. As I said, it's self-cleansing. No rinse formula. Make sure you get a no rinse formula. And here I'm just checking. This is the drain, the condensate drain. And since I'm in the attic, it's going downhill, so you can actually see the water there. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't clogging up inside of the air handler, and it's not. It's clearly draining away. Vacuuming out the plenum here. This is before the filter, and it was filthy, so I lugged the vacuum up into the attic there. I'm just getting some of the dust out of the way, just so it's a little bit cleaner. And then after it's clean, I'm just reassembling it. Take note, I actually had it sitting on a couple of storage buckets that I had up in the attic, just so it wouldn't drop all the way to the ground. So you just kind of muscle it up into place, and then you put the sheetrock screw, not the sheetrock screws, the sheet metal screws back in. And it's easier if you put the top ones first. It holds it in place. And then I went around and did the sides. And that's it. Just showing on the top. You know, I made like a little thing out of rubber to put over where the filter is, because there was a lot of air leaking. So that kind of seals it up. I just put some heavy stuff on top of that, and it keeps it sealed so that I don't get much attic air into the air handler. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I do that once a year.